Yo, what's up everyone? Kyrios here, and today we're going to talk about another Eversoul video. We got finally some new characters that are coming in now that we are past the initial launch, which by the way, this game has been very gracious with the amount of summons you can get, and the packages are pretty good as well. We'll talk more about that in a different video, but I do want to talk specifically about Jiho. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing it. It's one of the new limited characters that are coming out, and it is for a human-like team composition. Now, just my initial sense of it is that I don't know if this is the first character they should have came out with, especially considering they showcased some other characters. There's a dragon-like character coming out. There's some other cool characters coming out, and I don't know. It seems like a very weird character to me. Now, one, I'm not the biggest fan of her aesthetic. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a little awkward to me, or a little out of place to me, in my opinion. And then so we're just gonna really judge this, and now we have no context for if this character is gonna be good or not. But the one thing I could tell you is that the meta right now is a little weird, considering there isn't. It's like a tank and healing meta. And what's really weird about it is that human like already has some great human likes, or sorry, human like actually already has some great healers. All right, so currently on screen, this isn't any kind of tier list. I'm just using it to showcase, mainly because the game is down when I'm making this video. But we already have a ton of great healers, right? You have Talia, you have Catherine, you have Petra. Yes, don't stare at me like that. Petra is an amazing healer. Yeah, if you've seen her go 1v5, absolutely nuts. And then you have all these great healers, but the problem is that in the current meta, it's just like a whole lot of tanks and healers. What a lot of people end up running, right, is human like, and Fairy's so strong right now where you can run like you can run Clara on top of that, or Chloe on top of that. You can run a whole bunch of tanks with it. You can run one singular DPS in the background. You can do whatever you want, right? And you end up already over tanking things, and it just becomes a tank and healing. So my only concern with this is that we may be going into a big healing meta. So let's go ahead and review this. Now let's take a look at her skills real quick. Now, one, her ultimate, Song of Radiance, places a piece of music that silences the surroundings, recovers the HP of all allies, increases their speed. Now, this is actually really cool. I'm not a big fan of something that just increases HP, but it is nice that it increases speed. Now, how much it increases speed is what's really going to matter here, because speed, if you've ever played the roguelike dungeon function of Eversoul, you know that you can get amulets of speed, and those are pretty good. So depending on the amount of speed she increases is whether you would use this ultimate almost ever, because you would rather use an ultimate like Talia's or a ultimate like Catherine's, which are going to supply invulnerability or better healing and some damage on top of that. So it's a little situational on this one. Next up is her main. So this is just her main attack. Plays a piece of music that evokes blah 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 blah, increases speed again, so that is really cool, and recovers the HP of one ally with the lowest. Now, more than likely, the speed and increases the HP of one lowest is probably going to be your frontliner tank. So speed on a tank is not really the most needed thing, but it does increase the amount you charge, so that is kind of cool in a way. Now, if the target cannot recover HP due to a debuff, it'll cast a barrier. Now, what I find really weird about this is that, all right, you'll have characters like Sherry that can do it, and there's a few other characters that are also anti-healer in the game. So I don't know how much. Sorry, let me clip that out. So with having those, but those only cut healing by 50, maybe 60% or 65%, but not entirely. So what'll be really interesting to see is that if she actually casts a barrier, if they have any type of healing debuff. Now that might be really good. If not, it would be very situationally bad if that does not happen. Sub skill plays music, removes one debuff from all allies and restores HP over time. Now that's kind of cool. I like HOTS. HOTS are really nice, and it is really nice that that is a sub. Next up is Frigid Winter. Generates a blistering cold Deals damage to the nearest enemy for a fixed time in a 4-meter long 90-degree conal area. Decreases the speed and freezes it. Decreasing speed, always great. Any kind of crowd control, always great in the game, especially as a sub. Now, our passive, now this is kind of cool. Will gently play a song that slows down enemies. Jiho's normal attack reduces enemy speed up to 5. Now, what's weird is that it says slows down the enemies. I don't know how many people this actually hits, but it does look like it does need to stack up, and it does look like it may take a little bit of time. It's hard to tell before we actually get our hands on her. But if this affects multiple enemies, this can actually be really, really cool. It's hard to say, but once again, I don't feel like she has the best spot in the meta, but that might just be me. I feel like we already have a all-star healer on the human like. We already have Catherine, who is an amazing healer. She creates shields, she heals nearby allies. She can create invincibility on top of that. She's pretty well rounded and pretty great in my bucket. So here's the rub, is that I think she will be good, but I don't think she will be good right now. And especially considering she's not going to really make a difference in your progression. I really don't think she'll make a difference in your progression unless for some reason you can pull 3 healers and then start dumping 2 DPS at a time and they can kind of tank at the same time. You'll be hitting some time restraints on trying to progress in missions. Now in PvP, this might be a little toxic going into a healing meta, but it really depends on the next characters that are kind of coming out. And we do have other characters coming out soon. I don't know why that doesn't reset, like Vallana, an undead warrior. We've got some with some great aesthetics right there. Woof, jeez, woof, woof. So that's great, and we have those coming out soon, which is February 2nd. So should you pull on her? No, I do not think you should pull on her. I think you should wait, maybe give it a week or so, see what everyone else is doing, see if some other people pull on it, give an initial review. I don't know if I'm gonna pull on it. I think I'm waiting for like that next detrimental melee character. I'm not the biggest fan of ranged characters right now because there's just too many assassins in the game which they'll get nuked out. What I'd really like to see is a ranged like tank that you could put in the back line that kind of protects your back line from when those assassins jump in. That might be the next crucial pick for me. So as of right now, she's not a pull for me unless for some reason I'm over glossing over something that makes her just completely meta. But it just doesn't seem like it's completely meta to me. So guys, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys enjoy the event. We'll cover that on a different video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take it easy, make sure you like and subscribe, and fist bump from me to you.